Oh, there is something I did want to talk about. It is a little Genshin related. I talked about this with Simba last night, a little bit. So I didn't know this, but people are really upset about the Genshin Could Never joke. Is that real? Like, folks are really taking that to heart? Like, I've seen a bunch of people, like, I saw in someone on Twitter made a post being like, wow, what a professional voice actor. This is the most unprofessional thing I've seen. Like, you voice in the game and you're going along with this joke. Just quit your job then. I'm like, that's not how that works. And yeah. Also, Simba made the title. Like, I don't title nor make the thumbnails. But I thought we would say Genshin Could Never because it was all in good fun. Like, I don't get it. Even though Simba made the title and the thumbnail, like, I mean, it's fine. Like, the thing is that, like, I've seen that folks have taken it really to heart. Not just like me, but like the trend. And I'm like, guys, we're just fucking around. We're only saying that because Genshin should be able to do what we do. Like what Honkai is doing. And the fact that folks are like, he shouldn't have his job, or sorry, not folks, that one person say that this is the most unprofessional thing I've seen. And I was like, no, it's not. I don't think you know what the most unprofessional thing in this industry, especially in this fucking community, could be. You know what I think the most unprofessional thing anyone could have done in the Genshin community other than the fucking Genshin Could Never? Elliot. Elliot is the most fucking unprofessional thing that could have happened to the Genshin community. So don't come talking to me about how I should quit my job because I said Genshin Could Never as a joke, when literally some fucking guy abused his power and started using people's names to abuse said power. So, no, it's not the most unprofessional. No. I know that I never bring that up, but I feel like in this one instance, I feel like I can. Because I'm just like, there's no way that, yeah. It's crazy to me. So, but yeah, Simba and I talked about it because, I mean, it wasn't just that one guy, right? But I do find it funny. I do find it interesting, like, that folks are so, like, obviously the joke is getting overly done, right? Like, so many people are like, oh, we get it. Oh my God, this again. Oh, this joke is boring. This joke sucks. I wonder if those same people make the Paimon is emergency food joke. Like, do you think they do, chat? Because if they do, then they definitely can't get mad about the fucking Genshin Could Never joke. Now, I will say, I did see a comment, and the only reason, like, Genshin can't do half the shit that Honkai is doing, and I agree with them, is scale. I was trying to say that the other day, but I just couldn't think of the right words, especially talking about, like, the artifact and the relic sorting and that kind of thing. It is definitely scale, because you are comparing a JRPG, which the scale of the game is so much smaller in comparison to this open world game that has had content for over 3 years. Now, I feel like some content should remain permanent, or I feel like, you know, content should, like, we should have more.
Your streams
oh, well, thank you.
So much joy.
I appreciate the full year.
Thank you for being awesome.
Well, thank you. But yeah, Honkai Star Rail does it. It's been here for 7. I don't think Impact Third is an open world game though. I could be wrong. I've never played Impact Third, but if a lot of people, when I was playing My Hero, what was that gacha game? It has open world. Okay, now, does it have an open world area? Or is it actually open world? Because there is a difference. There is the hub world, which is different than an open world. Because the hub world is spacious, and then that's where you go to get quests and all that kind of stuff. But an open world is where everything is connected, right? Open world areas. That's okay. I see what you mean. I don't think it's the same scale though. So, but that's fair. That is fair. But I'll give Genshin that defense. A lot of the things is the scale, right? Hell, I would say if Genshin was an MMO, that's an even bigger scale, you know? Like why they couldn't implement half the stuff, but it's not. It's not like Genshin, it's very limited. Okay, sure. But all that to say, it's like when people were comparing Tower of Fantasy with Genshin, right? The scale is a huge difference. It is a different type of game. But Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, the main similarity they have is that they're both made by the same company and they're both single player games. Yes, Genshin does have co-op mode, but you know what I mean. The scale is the biggest difference. And I do feel like comparing that, when you're not taking that into account, obviously updates for Honkai Star Rail would go way faster due to that scale. If you have nothing to do, no matter how big the world is. Okay, there is plenty to do in Genshin the first time you're playing it, okay? Once you've beat that content and there isn't anything to do, then sure, that I get. I do get you. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not opposed to giving Genshin criticism, right? The rewards do need to be a thing. Resin reserves should be a thing in Genshin. That should have been one of, honestly, the first things. But there isn't much to do in Honkai Star Rail either. Right. But that's when you haven't, that's when you've already done everything you can. Right? Because you guys are talking about replayability. You guys are talking about replayability factor, which is totally fair, right? And I feel like every game deserves constructive criticism. Agreed. Whether I'm in the game or not, I feel like constructive criticism is totally fine. You know? I mean, even when I'm playing games that I'm in, both Honkai and Genshin, I will criticize things. I'll criticize my own fucking performances in the game. Like, it's totally fine. And just because I do, I don't think that makes me like unprofessional. I feel like, I don't know, that just means like I'm part of the consumer. Because at the end of the day, I still play these games too, you know? Do I not go as heavily as aggressive as like every other content creator? Sure. But I'm also I guess I'm similar to Dodo in that sense, where if there are just things I like, then I like it. But if I do have complaints, I'm not gonna shy away from saying those complaints. But I also don't wanna make complaining my whole personality. Because I understand how aggravating that can get. So, yeah. But I feel like a good constructive criticism is fine for that, you know? I don't think they're complaints. Oh yeah, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying if my whole personality is criticizing every little thing to the minute detail, which I'm not saying this is, I'm just saying it can get bothersome, you know? Because then you're just hearing someone, it's like, think of it like this. Imagine you're Sino and you hang out with Kaveh every day. And all you hear Kaveh complain about, or all you hear Kaveh talk about is complaining and complaining and complaining. Now, they might be valid criticisms, but with time, your mental fortitude will wither away because you're like, I just want to hang out with my friend. I just want to have a nice conversation.
Thanks to you, I started playing Cult of Lamb.
Hey, I'm glad. I actually really like Cult of Lamb. I kind of want to keep playing it. But yeah, like, you know, we have different bandwidths. There's got to be a good balance, you know? Like, it's like, the conversation can't be like, hey, how's life? Oh, you're not gonna believe what this bitch Betsy did. It's like, again? Didn't we have this conversation last night? Okay. I don't know. All that to say, yes, that was Devolver. All that to say, criticism is fine. I feel like if I listen to criticism too much, then I'm just like not gonna wanna hear it, you know? And I'm not trying to ruin anyone's fun, you know? But I do feel like the Genshin Could Never joke is like fine. Like, yeah, it's a joke, but I don't know. I really want to know folks' opinions. Like, if they're sick and tired of the Genshin Could Never joke, are they, how do they feel about the Paimon emergency food joke? You know, your new model looks amazing. Thanks, Tormian. But I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought there. I kind of went on a little random ass rant that was nothing in related to the original thing. But yeah, I don't know. People are sick of the rewards. Makes sense. That makes total sense. I mean, the rewards are, you know, they definitely can be better. I make the Paimon is emergency food joke a lot with my friends. Okay. Do you make the Genshin Could Never, or are you sick and tired of the Genshin Could Never joke? People might just be on edge a bit. I wouldn't worry. I think they are, because of recent stuff with just the Genshin community. With, not just with the Chinese community, but also global. So I have Genshin Could Never in my description. Okay, that's toxic. As a player of both games, I think Honkai Star Rail jokes are funnier, but Genshin Could Never is getting bland. Sure. I mean, when a joke is overdone, then it's overdone, right? Jay the Fae, thank you for the prime. I mean, that makes total sense.
To me, love the new model Cy smile less than.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Thank you. I wish you could turn Paimon off. I don't need it. I mean, that's fair. But when it's valid, it's valid. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, the way I would start off with the joke had nothing to do with rewards. I think the joke we made about Genshin Could Never was because the MC talked consistently. I think that's how we started making the joke. For me, it depends on context. Yeah, for sure. The way you joke about it is fine, in my honest opinion, but the more malicious ones, such as people making Photoshop edits of Honkai Star Rail in YouTube chat saying Genshin Could Never, then trying to pass it off as legit. Oh, I did see that. It actually did fool Simba. I thought that was crazy. Because I also thought it was real. I thought it was real until someone pointed it out to Doro. I wanted to play Genshin, but Paimon seems like the main character to me. Yeah. Yeah, like I will say, when I saw that, I was like, wow, even Honkai Star Rail is making it? That seems... When the company themselves is like shit, like joking with their own, I was like, okay, that's good fun. You know, a little toxic competition, but you know, I love your wings, thanks. But yeah, instead of emergency food, I call Paimon emergency friend because she's sweet to the How far are you in Genshin? Hey, thanks, Stardust. Finally made it to the current chapter in Cookie Run, and your performance on Smoked Cheese Cookie is outstanding, and I wish this badass is playable. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with them. Do they play the same Genshin? How do we tell them? Don't spoil. Chat. Chat. No spoilers. No spoilers. Oh, well, thank you, Sophia. But yeah, I don't know. Paimon's not emergency food. She's target practice. Agreed. Oh, man. Spoilers? Spoilers? Your new model is too handsome? Oh, well, thank you, Megu. I appreciate it. The struggle is real. Yeah, I just, honestly, you want to know my honest opinion, chat? I feel like the gaming space has gotten like a little too complicated, you know? And it has, and here's the thing, it has every right to be so, because look, love Game Pass, love Xbox Game Pass, but fuck Xbox right now, okay? I don't know if you guys saw, they laid off, what was it, 1,900 employees? And then they literally are getting rid of physical media, and then they also were evaluated, not just Microsoft, not just Xbox, but Microsoft as a whole was evaluated for $3 trillion. Trillion, not with an M, not with a B, with a T. $1 trillion. I heard reports that they aren't getting rid of all physical. Good. But yeah, it's just, the gaming space is so complicated because we're getting great games, right? We're getting a lot of great games, a few stinkers, but we're getting a lot of good games followed by a lot of layoffs. And then all at the same time, just like you have all this drama within the gaming sphere between Pal World and the Genshin stuff. Like, fuck, dude, what's next? I want to say gaming wasn't always this complicated, but maybe it's just more vocal because of social media. Ah, no worries, Danny. Thank you for the 14 months.
Hope you're having a lovely new year.
2024 already sucks. It's complicated, right? It is weird. Y'all just need to play Fallout New Vegas for only $10. Yeah. Fandoms are still rabbiting wild before, I think. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's just way more apparent because social media is a thing, you know? The bit did play. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I did increase the bit notification, but I thought I only increased it to, I thought I increased the text to speech bit, not the animation. I feel like I should have, I increased the text to speech to 500. But I feel like I should, I'll make sure to fix it for next stream. So then at least the bits of 100 show, but the text to speech only work for 500. So I feel like that's what I should do. No one should have to worry about layoffs. And the craziest part about the layoffs in every single company, because it's not just Xbox, it was also Riot Games. And then under the radar, the Embracer Group, Angel, thank you for the tier 1. The Embracer Group also laid off employees. If you guys don't know who the Embracer Group is, they're the ones that are currently working on the last Ronin video game, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. So I'm so glad for modding communities for a lot of games. I'm so glad for, yeah. Hey, thank you for the raid. And thank you, Angel, for the subby. How's it going, Raiders? I'm CyYu. We're just talking about how weird the gaming space has been as of lately. And Discord too? Dude, there have been so many layoffs. Man. It's just weird. It's just very, very, very weird. Modding communities really keep a lot of games relevant and updated. Yeah, look at Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is crazy. The fact that Left 4 Dead is still going strong, like what, over a decade of being out? Left 4 Dead 2 specifically? Oh, well, thank you, Ginger. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's just wild to me. And then the guys that originally made Left 4 Dead had, what was the game? Back 4 Blood? And it tanked. Oh, man. Just crazy. Look at Fallout New Vegas. Modders are literally remaking. What? They are? Holy shit, I'd play the fuck out of that. Budokai mods, yeah. In total with gaming and tech, they had 2,400 layoffs this year? Man, 2024 is rough. It's just crazy to me. It just goes to show how, like, money hungry a lot of these fucking American companies are. Cause, like, Nintendo, look, Nintendo is not one who is, you know, not one to have been criticized, right? Nintendo deserves criticism left and right. However, the one thing I will give Nintendo time and time again, their CEOs take the fucking pay cut so that their employees can stay employed. Nintendo isn't perfect, but the fact they do that is commendable. And I feel like CEOs out in the US and in other parts of the world need to take a fucking page out of them. Cause what the literal fuck? What the literal fuck? Thank you for the sub, by the way. Greed is a goddamn plague. It is actually insane. Because of the pandemic to shareholders, pandering to shareholders, yeah. Nintendo's years are about 56K a year. Dude, I'm glad. But fuck, man. Just fuck. CEOs do not need to get that much money. Oh my God, absolutely not. What do you even do with that amount of money? You know? It's so much money. It's so much money. I don't know. Avoid taxes? That's why? Oh my God. Yeah. And all that to say, the games that we've gotten are awesome. Like, a good amount of them are awesome. But there are quite a few stinkers. Hey, Jay, thank you for the sub. Man. It's just crazy. I hope shit gets solved. And you know what's the even crazier part? That we're in this gaming space, right? And then there's just real world problems happening. Like, not saying that what's happening in the gaming space isn't real world problems, but like, there's genocide happening. And I'm just like, bro, what is... 2024 is in fact rough. End of 2023, beginning 2024 is rough. Yeah. I will say, I'm glad that we can use this streaming space as a bit of an escape. But I don't think that means you should ignore the real world. But it's nice to take a breather every now and then, you know? Sometimes you need that mental health break. So, yeah. Hey, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.